BMI Collective Resilience. Please jam your hands together for Evangeline. Most people know her as Ify. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Thank you, gentlemen.
Same people when I turn them go yard me. Every Saturday, I feel like I'm down to prostate. I better make me carry my blessing on. Today now you want to flip in my turn. Show me love, not to show me python. We be the same for all who are kingdom. So me say, celebrate me. Now when I day alive, appreciate me. Now when I day alive, don't be sad.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Wow. I am speechless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and being part of this very important event. I am honestly overwhelmed by the number of people in this room. Wow. As I stand here and take a moment to reflect, my heart is full. Tonight we come together as one community, regardless of our backgrounds or skin color. And this room speaks for itself. And seeing all of you here tonight, it gives me hope that we will achieve a truly inclusive community and work towards a better future for all people. As you saw and learned about Black Mentorship Inc. from the video you just watched, this is just the beginning in propelling Black excellence. History has shown progression, but much more needs to be done. We often hear the words inclusivity, diversity, equity, and now some other buzzwords like BIPOC. But what do these words mean? And what does change genuinely mean or look like? I want to share a story with you all. 2 years ago, BMI held a session on tackling racism in the Canadian workforce. A few hours before this session, my phone rang, and it was one of the speakers for the event, the only white individual on the panel. This person said, "Evangeline, I'm having a nervous breakdown. I am completely breaking down. In fact, I'm having a meltdown." So confused, I said, "What's wrong?" "I'm not comfortable being the only white person in the panel, Evangeline," this individual said. "Evangeline, will the audience be Black?" I answered, "Yes, we will have Black people, but we will also have people from other races. But please do not worry," I quickly added. "I'm sure you will do just great. Just be yourself." At the end of the session, we received an overwhelming number of positive comments that this individual had touched so many people, majority of people connected to their authenticity, their honesty, and their insights. Now imagine this is the life of many Black people. So many of them in the room tonight. This is our life. This is our experience, day in, day out. Imagine the anxiety. The feeling of, will I belong? Will I be accepted? Will they understand me? Who in this room has had that feeling? Please, a show of the hand. I dream that our future generation will not say all of us, will not raise their hand when that question is asked. This is the change we sought. There is strength in inclusion. I believe we cannot have a truly inclusive community if we have not genuinely tried to connect with those who look or have different backgrounds from us. So, I have a question for all of you. What does your social connection look like? Is it filled with people that look like you? Talk like you? There is something about walking in someone else's shoes. You know, the speaker at our session, this individual experienced firsthand what it's like to be the only one in the room. It could be uncomfortable. It could be very isolating. These feelings of isolation, you know, it can cause trauma. Without the grace of God, many of us who have experienced isolation and anxiety wouldn't be here today. I will not be here today. In 2017, I had a nervous breakdown. However, I didn't know it at that time. The stress at the workplace became too much for my body to bear. And just like everything else, our bodies, when stress reacts in the only way that it knows how. It tells you that something is wrong. Mine did. So I started experiencing daily headaches and other symptoms. In hindsight, I realized the subtle microaggression, the bullying, the isolation, the social discomfort, the being overlooked for promotion, all of those added up. Though I tried my best to push forward, to wake up every morning, to show up at work, my body got me first. So trusting my boss, who is supposed to be my leader, I shared my health challenges with this individual. I thought they will understand. But to my shock, 4 days after undergoing a spinal procedure, I was fired. And don't get me wrong, I did share that I went through a spinal procedure. But like the strong person that I thought I was, I showed up with bandage at my back because I wanted to work hard. I wanted to show up, so I did. But you know, I often wonder, if they knew there was a human being behind this person that shows up every day, would they have cared? Perhaps if they knew that, like them, I have a family, a son or a daughter, do you think they would have cared? Unfortunately, blacks and minorities still face barriers and experience racism and microaggression. But you know what? All of us here today, we do have a responsibility to create a better world. Action you can take can be simply having conversation with your children about the importance of importance of treating people with respect and trying to learn about other people's culture. It can be standing up for someone at work or reading books that will educate you on inclusivity and what it means. It could be showing up at events just like the one that we have tonight, to connect with people from other backgrounds, other races. When you show up, whether for yourselves, for others, for friends, for family, or even for a stranger, you create change. The Black Mentorship Inc. Project Resilience was created to educate, inform, strengthen our mindsets so we can be resilient and rise to create change. If there is one thing that you leave here today, let it be that continuing to build a better future. You know, we talk about it all the time. But to build a better future, it can only happen when we are ready to create social bonding with people outside of our own race. Remember that creating inclusive communities, it takes a bold, uncomfortable, and brave action. I hope you choose to act now. Because now is the time to take whatever action you've done in the past just a tiny little bit further. Please be sure to get to know those around you, those sitting at your table. If you haven't said hi, can you please turn around, say hi? Be sure to exchange phone numbers, or like my kids will say, your handle. When you see me dressed in my African dress, just like tonight, I want you to know that I am human like you. When you see my sons or daughters with their hair braided, I want you to know that they are expressing their identity. When you see my body covered in tattoos, please know I am expressing my authentic self. Likewise, my brothers and sisters, hello. When you see those who don't look like you, or believe in the same ideology, please don't judge them or rule them out without hearing them. The truth is, we, my brothers and sisters, we are not innocent bystanders. We all have a role in creating social bonding that fosters inclusive communities where everyone can thrive. The pandemic has brought all of our similarities to the forefront. Our collective vulnerability has been exposed. So now, more than ever, we must build upon this vulnerability as one race and as a collective. Maya Angelou said, "I long, as does every human being, to be at home wherever I find myself." Thank you.